Welcome back. Viruses and bacteria are often confused, but they are fundamentally different in structure, function, and how they affect humans and other living organisms. Today, we'll uncover 18 fascinating facts that highlight the key differences between these two microscopic entities. Did you know that viruses are much smaller than bacteria? On average, viruses are about 20 to 300 nanometers, while bacteria range from 0.2 to 2 micrometers, making bacteria up to 10 times larger. Did you know that bacteria are living organisms, but viruses are not? Bacteria can grow, reproduce, and metabolize on their own, whereas viruses need a host cell to replicate. Did you know that bacteria have a cellular structure with a cell wall, membrane, and cytoplasm? In contrast, viruses are made of genetic material, DNA or RNA, encased in a protein coat and sometimes a lipid envelope. Did you know that bacteria can reproduce independently through binary fission? A single bacterium can divide into two identical cells, while viruses hijack host cells to produce copies of themselves. Did you know that some bacteria are beneficial to humans? Gut bacteria help with digestion and immunity, while viruses rarely have positive effects on humans, with exceptions like bacteriophages used to fight bacterial infections. Did you know that antibiotics work on bacteria but not viruses? Antibiotics target bacterial cell structures or processes, which viruses lack, making them ineffective against viral infections like the flu. Did you know that viruses can infect all living organisms, including bacteria? These specialized viruses, called bacteriophages, attack bacterial cells to replicate. Did you know that bacteria can survive in extreme environments like hot springs or deep-sea vents? Viruses, however, rely entirely on host cells and cannot survive for long periods outside them. Did you know that bacterial infections can often be treated and cured? In contrast, viral infections are usually managed through prevention, vaccines, or symptom relief, as antiviral drugs are limited. Did you know that bacteria can be classified by shape? Common shapes include rods, bacilli, spheres, cocci, and spirals, spirilla. Viruses, however, come in varied shapes like icosahedrons, filaments, or complex forms. Did you know that bacteria can be killed by sterilization methods like heat or disinfectants? While viruses can also be inactivated, they often require specific treatments, like alcohol or ultraviolet light. Did you know that bacteria can communicate using chemical signals? This process, called quorum sensing, allows bacteria to coordinate actions like biofilm formation. Viruses, in contrast, do not communicate with each other. Did you know that bacteria have a genetic code stored in a circular chromosome? Viruses can have DNA or RNA as their genetic material, and it can be single-stranded or double-stranded. Did you know that viruses are highly specific to their hosts? A virus that infects humans typically cannot infect plants or animals, while bacteria are less host-specific and can infect various organisms. Did you know that bacterial infections can trigger the immune system to produce antibodies? Viral infections also do this, but viruses can evade detection by mutating rapidly, as seen in influenza or HIV. Did you know that bacteria can transfer genetic material to each other? This process, known as horizontal gene transfer, helps spread traits like antibiotic resistance. Viruses do not engage in this, but can insert their genes into host genomes. Did you know that bacteria are visible under a standard light microscope? Viruses are so small that they require an electron microscope for visualization. Did you know that bacteria can form spores to survive harsh conditions? These spores are highly resistant to heat, chemicals, and radiation. Viruses, on the other hand, rely on their protective protein coat to persist in adverse conditions. Bacteria and viruses are as different as they are fascinating. From their structure and reproduction to their roles in health and disease, understanding these differences is key to combating infections and improving human health. If you enjoyed these insights, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more explorations into the wonders of microbiology. Let us know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.